Cotman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cotman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Ramage, the Jersey Guy.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah?
What's up?
Yeah?
How you doing?
yeah.
How you doing?
No, how you doing?
How you doing?
Feeling
Yes.
better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
like
good.
as George Costanza says, I'm back, baby, I'm back.
Exactly. Exactly. Good shit. Well, welcome home. Good stuff. We missed you.
Yeah.
We missed you. We missed you. So glad you're
you.
back.
Yeah.
Glad you're feeling
Good to
better.
be back.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
vacation and sick at the same time.
Fucking A, man.
That's life.
Take life, take the punches, take that, ebbs and flows, as they say.
Never goes the way we always want it to, right?
Never does,
But,
man.
But
whatever.
it's a good thing he was already off
Right.
when he got sick.
That's true.
Right,
Because
right.
then I have to take extra time
Right.
off from work. So
You were already getting paid,
yeah,
so it
yeah.
didn't
It's
matter.
all gravy, baby.
it's all good, man.
That's all it is.
So so today I wanted to do a fun type of podcast. There's a lot of fan theories out there about different things. So I figured, all of us will come up with a fun fan theory. I have
Sure.
a personal fan theory that I want to talk about. So
Yes, sir.
I'll get started on it, right? So, we all know the movie Forrest Gump, right? Everybody loves the movie Forrest Gump. It's a good
course.
movie. It's on. You just
great.
kind of watch it. And
Yes, Jenny.
so my fan theory is that they specified that Gump had a low IQ. And I don't think that he had a low intelligence. I think he had autism spectrum disorder.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to give some examples of why I think that. Okay, so first of all,
Is this theory also shared with other fans too, as well?
it's one that I came up with.
All right.
Oh,
But I
that's
wouldn't be
just yours.
surprised.
Damn.
I wouldn't be surprised though if other people have that theory.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure if I look it up, I'll find
Yeah.
like a Reddit
Yeah.
or something.
Well,
Right, you probably do it
I
right
think
now if you
but
wanted
yeah,
to.
So then I want to hear what you're thinking because
Yeah,
it
go
makes
for it.
sense.
I wanna hear it. Yeah.
So first, when was he a kid in the movie? It was the 50s, right?
Mm-hmm.
50s. So autism spectrum disorder wasn't like a known thing. They maybe used the term for someone like idiot savant or something like that,
Right.
which is very offensive. You don't say idiot, but
Right.
you know what I mean? But like,
Yes.
or
I know what you
now
mean,
some
though.
people will say just savant.
Right, but I heard savant is a bad word too now.
Yeah, because it's associated with the word idiot.
Oh, okay,
so
got it.
making,
Okay.
Oh,
so,
my
again,
God.
making low
Yeah.
intelligence. So, but anyway, not to get off topic.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry,
you know what
sorry,
I'm saying?
sorry, sorry.
So back then they didn't have those testings. So
Yeah, they didn't
while
know
he
then.
took an IQ test, that might have been different, and he might not have scored different things based on that. So I want to give some examples, like his interactions, social challenges. What I have written down here. He'll understand like idioms or have to literally be told things, and
Right.
which is very because people with autism
Right.
spectrum disorder take things very literally. So when they told him to run, he would just run,
run.
and not stop. They would
Yeah.
actually, when he was playing football,
Right.
he would have to stop.
Right.
So, and that's also another thing I want to bring up. He went to college and got a college degree. You can't have a low intelligence
Right.
if you have
Right.
college degree. Even if you are the lowest scoring, you can't have a
So we have a way of figuring it out and doing it our way where we can understand it, right?
Right.
So that's what he did. That's how the only way he could, because that was his way.
and he did it without special help. If you have ADHD or autism spectrum disorder or any kind of learning disability, they actually have resources now in colleges where they'll get note takers. Like they'll go, does anybody want to take notes for a special needs person? And they'll actually have someone take notes and copy them for you on like a Xerox. So, there's all kinds of special, and he did it without that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah. So I go along with that. And the way he spoke, the way
So that's where-
his social interactions
Right,
in the movie, that too would be considered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay. That makes
also,
sense.
just like very commonly with people with autism spectrum disorder, they tend to excel at certain things, and they are very proficient, and just because their mind works differently. And he actually broke, remember, the company record with assembling a rifle.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Do
mean?
whatever you tell me to, Drill Sergeant.
Exactly. And he goes, God damn it, Gump, you must have an IQ of 160. You know what I mean? But like,
Then he
the
tells
other
him to
thing.
take it apart and do it again.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
but like he took things very literally, and that's why he did so well in.
Yes, Drill Sergeant. I'm sorry.
In boot camp,
Right?
Because like he just do whatever the drill sergeant tells you to do. He's like, they yell a lot,
That's right. Yeah. Right. So there
Great
you go.
movie, though.
Then
Great movie.
That would be, dude. He was autistic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he was autistic, and then he was good at everything, though. He was good at everything. He had just that,
and he, and like very routine and repetition.
Right.
He did like
He likes certain things.
yeah, and like even like he's like, and I cut the grass for free. He just enjoyed doing that, and he would.
But
just
I
stick
like
to the
my
same
ping
thing.
pong
yeah.
battle, mama.
And
I know, Forrest.
Yeah.
Same thing. He excelled at ping pong.
Oh my God!
Right.
He
Ping
was,
pong
he was
was
playing
crazy.
China. Like
Yeah.
the ping pong champions of the world.
champion.
It was a good story.
Yeah.
The
But,
way
like-
when he thought of that story, it was great.
Now, then when he ran across America and back, right?
Yeah.
Would that be part of his autism? Because nobody told him to run. He just felt like running.
Yeah.
And he just
felt
kept
like
it
running.
going.
Yeah.
So that
Just
would be
felt like running.
Yeah.
that's insane. That's wild.
He was
man.
rich already. It didn't
and that's
matter.
another
Oh, yeah,
thing,
true
too,
enough.
like with people who are autistic, like they're just gonna do whatever they're gonna do.
Right.
They don't care about what social. So he's just like stepped out of the house and just kept running. But
Yeah.
like that has nothing to do with like low intelligence.
No,
you know
right,
What I mean?
no.
If he were low intelligence, he might not be able to take care of himself in certain ways. It would be like much different. So that's my fan theory. So we can
Yeah, that's good, man.
Huh.
That's good shit. Yeah, I think. Listen, the movie. Anytime it's on, right? You want to watch it. You stop. I usually stop as soon as I see it, and I watch it. And it's usually a good spot that it winds up landing on.
There's no bad spot in
There's
the
no
movie, bro.
exactly.
Yeah,
The
there's
movie
no
is
bad
great
spot in that
from
movie
beginning
when
to
you're
end.
thinking, when you're
From
flipping
beginning to
channels or
end.
whatever, like yeah, this is it. There was nothing else on there, or you didn't have anything else about
I
it.
was just I just brought up those as talking points. But he took care of his kid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He was able to do that. Like he's not. If he had like low intelligence, he'd have like a lot more limitations. He really didn't have too many limitations. He just had low social IQ, which is
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And again, we figure it out. We have people who actually live today who have many different types of things, right? And they figure it out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some have a harder time doing it, but they,
Well, he was taught all these things too. Like,
his mom.
Yeah, by his mom. And, they just said this way he could take care of himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she taught him all of his just to live, how to live. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What are you smiling at? What you got?
No. I just I was thinking of the movie. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
Just
I'm-
all the,
I was doing the same thing. I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
of a scene in the movie.
Yeah. Just, But like a lot of different social things that like most people wouldn't do, but like they always they tried making it like as if he had low intelligence. But like,
Right.
You know what I mean? If you just look at what he does and how he does it, it's not like he didn't he didn't understand certain social things, but that's very common with people with autism.
So regardless, he still
Spectrum,
wasn't rude or anything like that.
Right. So now,
It was just a very matter of fact.
Yeah.
He said what was on his mind, and there's another term for that too, isn't there? What's the other other than autism?
Oh,
What is it?
Asperger's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably has a little of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, like in like same thing. Or sometimes
Thank
people with ASD or just autism, whatever you want to say, they have their attachments to certain things. Like his shoes. Remember, he kept the running
right.
shoes.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even change them shits. 'Cause
Yeah.
he had an attachment to him because he got them from Jenny bought them.
Jenny
right?
bought
Or
them.
it wasn't his mom. It was Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah,
Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. Yeah, listen, it's crazy because even like when he was at war and he ran and started pulling all the guys back when he ran out to the middle of the field,
Right.
And everybody shooting.
I
he just
gotta
kept running.
get Bubba.
Yeah, so he went out there and got him and stuff. So I mean, it's it's one of those things that he just knew what he was supposed to go do, you know, and social skills.
He was
lack
super
of,
laser
And he will
focused.
follow
Yeah.
directions to
to the letter.
The letter.
Yeah, yep. When he was talking to the president,
Or at least attempt to
And
get
same
it.
thing,
Yeah.
another thing, like when you're like, oh, the agape scene. That's a low social IQ. You
Right.
would no one would normally do that.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of like meeting the president, saying,
Yeah,
just,
agape.
how do you feel? Agape. Yeah. or like, I'd like to see that someday.
Yeah.
Show the boat.
I'll show you right
He
now.
shows him the boat. Yeah.
I got shot in the butt.
Or what about when he says, "You ever been on a shrimp boat before?" "No, but I've been on a real big boat."
Yeah. Right. You see, so it's just all those
Shrimp
things.
boat.
Yeah.
He was thinking.
Shrimp boat. We used to eat
Literally.
shrimp and it was just a
Again,
boat.
taking
know-
things
yeah.
very
I was-
literally.
I think I was just telling Kenny
That's
this.
not low intelligence.
That
He's
it
just
took
taking
right.
things
took me.
literally.
I didn't get that until Frankie and his brother pointed it out to me because it didn't register when I saw the movie.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then I was like, "Holy shit! How did I miss that?"
Yeah.
You know. And I was like, "Wow, yeah, shrimp boat, little boat. It was cool.
Yeah,
it
that
was
a
like an
really
Easter
good
egg
movie.
almost."
So anybody who hasn't seen that movie,
Oh,
you need to
you
go
gotta see that movie.
Well, rent it,
Yeah, for
stream
sure.
it, whatever. Because I don't even know if it's if you got.
You know what it is? It just the movie itself is so good because it goes through
Time.
history. Like
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
watching history happen
Yeah.
throughout
Yep.
the whole movie.
He's like involved in every spot for
In,
some
like, all these
reason.
major events in history.
You know, of course.
And then some of his own story too, like the running
Right.
story.
Yeah.
But even with the running story, like he met the guy who with the face,
The happy
right?
face.
the happy face, or the
Nobody likes
shit
this.
happens,
It's like nobody likes this color, right?
Yeah, right.
The bumper sticker. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was the sneakers. It was with the sneakers. It was the New
Just
Balance.
stepped in a
Was it
big
New
pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sometimes. And then they show the car crashing with the bumper stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
great movie. Great movie.
It's a really, really good movie. It really is. It's super worth the watch. You know, it's not like, oh, I just wasted 2 hours of my life watching this shit. It's good.
No. Yeah, the
It's
movie
a
goes.
really good
It
movie.
flies.
Yeah,
the movie flies.
It's good. It's interesting.
Because you're so involved right away. You know, regardless of where you fall up. You know.
Yeah, I just I bug out. I like the part when he's sitting on the bench and he's just telling his story. To just everybody that just comes
We
to
were
sit next to
sitting
him.
next to a millionaire.
Oh my God! Get out of my head! I was just gonna say that. We were sitting next to a millionaire.
And that's what it was. You know, he's a rich dude. You know, he didn't even realize like what his money
Lieutenant
was.
Dan, and then fucking
Yeah.
pulls it out.
Yes, man. We got more money than Davy Crockett.
Yeah, dude, that's funny as hell.
And
It's
he
right.
invested in Apple in the 80s.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Before they
Yeah.
blew up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's
crazy.
It's a really, really good movie. It's a good.
There's
movie.
always something in that movie.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep. Mhm. Like
And
you
it's
watch
always
it over
funny.
and over again, and it's it'll become everybody's
Black
oh,
Panther
but-
Party was. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that
sorry.
was the crazy, yeah, because he went.
That-
for
And the
that
same
one
thing-
was a good-
same thing,
that was a
another
good scene.
example, you know, when he said, Lieutenant Dan, you got legs. Like,
Yeah.
he took it literally.
Magic
You know-
legs.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Magic legs.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good scene in the movie, too, when he goes, do you know what it's like not to walk? I do.
Yeah.
Remember he had the
yeah.
fucking brain-
Yeah, that's right, because he had polio, right?
No,
not
everybody
polio.
tell
it
you
was-
you're different,
no, it
Forrest.
was-
You're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have that he
his
couldn't
back
walk?
was crooked. Or
Yeah, he had like
Correct
something was up with his
back
spine.
issues.
Right? It was
Yeah.
scoliosis.
Yeah.
Yes.
They had to correct his back.
But for some reason, the
Once he straightened out. And when
Yeah.
he walks
He
into the room, we sure did get you straightened out, boy.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. Like it was their thing. Like they did it. Meanwhile, because he was running.
Yeah.
Well, no, the braces got him to get where he was because he wore them for a certain amount of time, and then he just finally didn't need them anymore. And he busted out of them things. So his
while he
kids were
was running,
chasing him.
That was probably for me. I think that was my ultimate favorite. That as he's running and the braces just break, and he just like became something different. He just like, poof, and he was gone, bro.
He sure is running forward.
Yeah,
He is a running fool.
Yeah, I think
He
that was
sure
my favorite.
is.
That was one of those things that I think that
it's
was
a great movie.
What just broke for him, like he became a new person.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all right, cool.
I remember the first time I saw that. I saw that with I was actually in the city. I saw it at Frankie's house because that was the year that we won the Stanley Cup, and I was at his apartment in Brooklyn, and we went to see the parade, and I was hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was what it was. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. He
now we
introduced me
messed
to
with
that movie, and I watched
So
it with
what do
him.
you mean as the Jersey Devils won the Stanley Cup? Watch the face. See the face. Look at the face. Look at the face.
No, we actually played the Devils and knocked them out and went to the Cup.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I just had to do that to you because you
So-
were like, this mother.
And then
son
we
of a-"
beat the Canucks.
Right. I remember you telling me that.
And then Frankie and I went to the parade. We had pictures,
That's
everything.
great.
Yeah, we got like, so, yeah. But he introduced me to that movie, and then from that point on, I was
it. You were
sold.
We're hooked. That's
Yeah,
great. That is
absolutely,
great.
for sure.
All right, your movie.
No, you.
No,
You're second,
you're
man.
number
No,
two.
no.
Why I gotta be
you?
second?
Because he's got your phone. You do.
No, I got my
In
phone.
the back.
See, yours is already ready.
Well, I didn't really have one, so I thought of something that would be a good one.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
So
let's
I
go,
did. I
let's
picked
go.
out Beetlejuice.
The new one's coming out.
There are several fan theories about 1988 movie Beetlejuice that delve into hidden meaning, character motivations, connections to other works. Here are a few popular ones. Beetlejuice as a punisher of the deceased. One theory suggests that Beetlejuice is not a mischievous poltergeist, but a punisher of the dead. His role is to torment those who fail to navigate to the afterlife properly. Interesting. This idea comes from the fact that he is summoned when the Maitlands, who are new to being ghosts, mess up their haunting attempts.
And that's when he shows up too.
Right.
Remember
Yeah.
when they see the ad, Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
Alec Baldwin, he was young in that movie.
He was young.
thin too.
yeah,
Yeah, he was.
yeah. I was bugging out because I was telling somebody else about the movie, and like, oh yeah, we're talking about the people that were in it. So yeah, bro, that's true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff on here.
Yeah.
But that was a good movie, and now the new one's coming out. I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to figure. I would like to
And
see what
what's
the
her name
story's
that played
about.
Wednesday is
Yeah,
daughter.
I forgot her name. Cabello? No.
No, it is Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia's connection to the afterlife. Another theory speculates that Lydia, who can communicate with the dead, might have had a near-death experience before the events of the movie. This would explain her fascination with death and her unique ability to see the Maitlands. As it suggests, only those who have had a brush with death can see ghosts.
Experience, NDE. Yeah, it could be. She could.
That's pretty cool. I never even thought of it like
Yeah.
that. And I didn't
always
even
thought
know
it 'cause she
or
was
think of that she
gothy.
would have that.
You know, she was just
Well,
gothy.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, in all honesty, think about it. How she was, but the things that she was doing and how she felt, you know what I mean? Like, as far as ghosts and the whole supernatural thing, you know, she probably did something before they moved out to that house.
Right.
You know,
she
that
got
then it
or she
was-
got hurt and almost died.
Right. So
And then
something-
now she was fascinated, like they said. And yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm stuck too, although that Beetlejuice being the
I can't wait to see the movie.
yeah, no, I'm saying that you said the keeper of
Oh, yeah.
dead kind of
Yes.
thing. Like that's
Yeah.
way groovy just to keep him on a check. So he was the cop.
The Maitlands
Yeah,
are
ghost
in
cop.
purgatory.
See, now I thought that too.
A common theory is that the Maitlands are not just ghosts, but are stuck in a form of purgatory. The strange rules of the afterlife and the bureaucracy they have to deal with suggest that they are in transitional state, neither fully dead nor able to move on.
See, I wouldn't have thought
So they're
about-
stuck, yeah.
Well, yeah, because then they had to go to the office and they had
They should make it
go to-
entertaining for you, though. I
Yeah,
gotta say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
That was great. That was great. The little freaking shrunken head.
I like the guy,
The new one's
the
got
guy
a lot of
who
shrunken heads, too.
who was
Yeah.
flattened. When
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. And
And
they
he's
made a
like,
special thing for it.
yeah,
They hung him on a clothesline, remember?
right, and they put him right into the
Because he was
wall.
flattened by a truck.
It was crazy.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense. The purgatory makes sense. I could see that.
Yeah,
Because they couldn't
absolutely.
leave the house, so they didn't go into the afterlife like that.
Right.
And like you said, yeah, all the red
Just
tape that
remember,
they had to go through.
follow the light.
Yeah, well, I don't
And
know.
you know, and you
Just
know what? Speaking of
Pay
Beetlejuice-
attention. Make like you're getting corrective surgery on your eyes or something.
Speaking of Beetlejuice, it's clear that he was poisoned or something. That's how he died, because he has like the green vomit.
Oh,
His
that's
eyes
a
are all
good thing.
black.
Yeah.
You should look that up. And see if that's
Yeah.
true. I don't have that on here, but that'd be
Yeah.
interesting to find out. I have another thing here if you'd like to hear it.
Because what is he's just got black eyes, but he's got the green crust
Right.
coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice origins. A darker theory posts that Beetlejuice was once human and became malevolent spirit after death. Some fans believe he may have been a corrupt or evil individual in life,
Oh, there you
which
go.
led to his grotesque appearance and chaotic behavior in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
For sure.
He does have superpowers too compared to other ghosts. So if you think about it, like he just like made like a brothel appear in the
Right,
model town with like with
see him?
actual like
He's
women.
like, hey, he's singing out on the car.
Yeah.
He's like dancing. You know what's the funniest thing? Because Chase watched the first Beetlejuice, the scene when he's doing when he's dressed as the cowboy.
Right. Yeah.
He's doing the-
That was great because it was his ad. Yeah. Yeah. That so
Michael
I see
Keaton
that
was
watching.
perfect for that. Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah,
perfect
dude. He was the.
Because he's
was
also
good.
a funny guy too.
Yeah,
You know,
he is.
he's an all around actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Yeah. Now it would probably be better to watch the original before you watch the new one now.
Yeah, if you
Because you got to
haven't seen
refresh the memory, bro. You have to refresh the memory because I
Right.
tell you,
That's a movie we end up watching every year too.
yeah,
Around Halloween, yeah, it's like
Gets a free
that
grab on
and-
his
and
wife.
then, and, you know, and of course, you know, like Nightmare Before Christmas.
yeah,
That-
Right.
We all love that shit, you know.
yeah. I wonder why Gina Davis wasn't in it at least.
I don't know, but she is. What's her name is in?
She moved on, I guess. Maybe she moved.
Well,
The young
well, I'm
girl is
sure they
in.
did
What's her
move
name
on, but I
again?
figured
Come on,
they
we just
would've
said her
had
name.
Alec Baldwin.
No, the girl.
Oh,
I just lost her name.
well,
Lydia,
Winona Ryder.
Thank you.
Winona Ryder.
But Winona's daughter is I can't think of her name.
Yeah, she's the
Oh,
one who
she plays.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
The
Wednesday.
one that plays
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Right, which is a great show too. I'm waiting for
was
that to
great.
come
I'm waiting
back.
for that
That's
to come
gonna be-
back.
That was
too.
awesome.
That was great. Yeah, no, but I'm telling you, man, that's another good movie. I mean, it's different from Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, but it's a good, funny movie. You know, it depending on how you watch movies, how you watch TV, it makes you think differently. You know what I mean? About
sure, yeah.
what death is going to look like, how it
Right.
could look. Because, you know, every time you see it, you know, like I remember there was a show I watched a long time ago called Purgatory. So that's why you saying
Sounds familiar.
that they were in purgatory makes sense to me. So purgatory is people say that there's not.
I know what
a real thing.
purgatory is. Yeah,
Right, but they say that's not, you know, there's no such thing as purgatory. You either there or you're here.
Yeah.
Right. But in the movie Purgatory, this was where they had to prove themselves before they were able to move on to heaven.
right. There was a step.
Right.
The Egyptians have that too. I believe
Right,
they ask
yeah.
you a question or
yeah, I can't
something.
remember what that is. But yeah. So
They
then,
believe that when you go to the next life.
Yeah. So then it makes sense that they didn't go straight to.
Right.
And that's the trials and tribulations that they had to go through. You know what I mean? In order
Right.
the red tape and stuff that they had to go through. That makes sense, man. I like that.
I could see that
Yeah.
happening.
That makes
If you're not,
sense.
you don't have anything settled or something's you didn't get,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a total shock.
died a fucked up way.
Right,
You know?
yeah. And
excuse my French.
They went crazy. Like, it happened so sudden.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was
like
just
a
like
freak accident. Kind
right.
Of thing.
And said then they didn't even know they were gone because they woke up in the house, right? In the first
Right, they fell up. They
fell
went
off
into the
the
water
bridge,
from
and
the
they thought
bridge
they thought
because
that
the
they
dog
had-
jumped off the plank.
right, exactly.
It was like a cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. So then they didn't even know that they had passed. They didn't even know that they passed, and they walk into
Yeah.
the house still dripping
Right,
wet.
and they're like, but everything looks different.
Right.
It's like,
yeah,
you know,
because it was years later kind of thing
yeah.
before, well, months later, I guess. Or it was like a year later, I think, because when the other people came in, they're like, why are they moving into
Right.
our house kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. That was it was a good flick.
Yes.
That was a good one.
definitely.
That was really good. What else would they say was a fan theory in there?
See, a darker theory persists that Beetlejuice was once human and became a malevolent spirit. All right, I just read that. I'm
that
sorry. In the movie Beetlejuice, the character Beetlejuice doesn't have an explicit backstory explaining on how he died. However, there are hints and clues that fans have pieced together
Wonder if they're gonna
over the years. So hang out. In one scene, Juno, Maitland's afterlife caseworker, refers to Beetlejuice as a former assistant who went rogue. This suggests that they might have had a job similar to Juno's before his death, helping the deceased navigate the afterlife. His behavior and appearance imply that he may have abused the powers or done something terrible wrong, leading to his current state in chaotic and malevolent spirit.
Well, he's clearly got like antisocial.
Right, he's-
So,
yeah.
Just
you
a
know what
little
I
bit.
mean?
He's not
Just a
Forrest.
little bit.
He's not
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
No,
That's
no,
for sure.
yeah,
She was probably
Right.
you know, with them. You know, he's probably helping these new spirits out, and he's like, you know what? Let's go F
Yeah.
these people up in
Yeah.
the house. Let's
Yeah.
let's
go mess
scare
with
the
them. This
crap
sucker
out of
already,
them,
right.
You know,
Right.
and then started, you know, and then they
Yeah.
were like, you know, and going too far with it. You know what I mean?
That makes
And
sense too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, because that is the backstory. She said he was they work together. Or she said like assistant or something, or
Right.
So yeah,
That's way cool. Which one are you looking up now?
or maybe
One
start
second.
offering his
I should
services to people on the side. And
I'm actually looking up
To help out.
Addams Family and Evil Dead. I heard, and I think you may even told me this, that the hand, it is actually from Evil Dead.
That's the
Oh wait, no, it's cousin it. The hand is thing.
thing. Yes,
Thing, right.
Thing, yes, cousin. It's the
Cousin is
Yeah,
right.
yeah, here we go.
Thing,
Yeah.
right.
Thing. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
Yes, so that hand is from Evil Dead.
And in the new,
But I'm looking it up to be sure. So
well, here's the thing too. Someone connected. They said because if you in Wednesday series, they gave him stitches, the hand stitches.
Yes.
And didn't in
In
Dead.
Evil Dead, he had stitches.
So that's,
No, he didn't have stitches.
no, he never did.
No, he never had stitches.
His hand was clean and
Yeah,
nice,
because he had
manicured.
because he got bit.
Okay,
The-
maybe
when-
that's wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the zombie bit him from the basement,
Yeah.
and then he cut the hand off before the infection kept going all the way up.
Yeah.
And that's how he ended up. That is another awesome flick. Yeah, that's the only reason why I would think that it wouldn't be, because then even two timelines don't mix. They don't match.
No.
Because when Addams Family came around, or even when it was supposed to be
Right.
at the time.
There's always
Right.
loopholes because when it comes to like fan theories, there's a lot of fan theories where people try to connect the actors to different movies,
Right.
And they never add up. Like someone, like there was one recently that I saw that was like connecting Frank and Weenie, Jack Skellington.
No way.
And they were trying and connect who's the Princess
from,
Bride or the Corpse's Bride.
To
They're
what?
all different timelines.
Yeah,
they don't
no,
even match
they-
at all.
yeah.
Right. Okay, that's
Saying,
weird when
like,
they do
that's
that.
the same character.
But,
No.
but why can't? But, question for you. But they do that in the comic books all the time. They break it off and they go into a different direction.
But
right?
they write it out that way.
Right.
But people, but like, I think
You think just fans they
just want to
over
connect shit. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
like that can't
Right.
be. Like
this actor was in this movie and he was in this movie,
Yeah.
and maybe they're two, it's the same guy.
Yeah,
he's
there's
in
a
witness
kid on social
protection.
media
Like, yeah.
that was showing about like how some of the movies match up, and it's
Yeah.
like an old one is this guy or this person's mom, and
Yeah.
this is the future of what it looked like and whatnot. And they said the reason why for the hand for
Thing.
Right, for Thing.
being in it is only because so even if you say that when the movie
Well, the movie came out when Evil Dead.
but Evil Dead, it was
Late 70s, early
it was like in the 80s.
Yeah, I would say
it
right,
was
probably early '80s.
but the Thing being in the Addams Family was way before that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't even when you can't have it go back. Well, I mean, unless you turn around and talk about it going into the book.
older than the TV show too. From the
Right,
book.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Absolutely.
that's the only reason why it wouldn't work like that.
Right.
You know,
No, I
because
agree.
of that. That would just be too much.
agree.
I mean, if you turn around and you really want to get crazy about it, when Ash got the Book of the Dead,
Unless, of course, right. Go ahead, say that.
so when he got the Book of the Dead,
He was able to go into that
he
world.
was able to go into the into what you call it. So
Right.
then it may have been that the hand ended up
Found its way there.
find its way that way,
Right, like
if
it
you
opened a
wanted to go
portal
that
or
way.
something like
we
that.
just made a new fan theory.
We're
bro.
just
just
we're
made a
so
new fan
freaking geeks. It's ridiculous. You know.
Oh, I got a fun fact too. The Addams Family house, the
Right.
actual house,
Right.
is in Westfield, New Jersey.
Really?
That's right. I heard that.
Can you go out there and take a drive-by?
Well, the
Will it be
actual
weird?
house that the writer, I forget what his name is, that
right.
wrote it.
Yeah, I remember.
The house across the street from where he lived, it looks like the Addams Family house a little
No
bit, except
kidding.
it's purple. It's not black, but it's a Victorian house. It's got that weird shaped like that dormer. Is it not
Yeah.
dormer roof? I don't know what you would call it. It's just
Yeah, I know
that
what you-
box
yeah.
roof. Where
Yeah, okay.
Victorian
That would be cool to go
style.
check that out.
Right.
Well, I mean, just to
and
see it.
they usually around like I don't know if it's around his birthday. Like the town celebrates his birthday.
Really?
Yeah, and they have like Addams Family like
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
That is way
big
cool.
deal.
Yeah.
I want to see that house.
Yeah, I know right now I want to go see it. Yeah.
I want to see. I want to drive
It's
by.
across the street. You could look it on Google Maps. I got to look it up, but it's across the street from his house.
Right.
The house. I mean, his house is there, which is also like a Victorian home, but the one across the street.
Is the house that was in his
Yeah,
head.
but
That's
It's got that
awesome.
look.
But it's painted up, so it doesn't,
Right.
Yeah.
It's got that look, and we remember it in black and white because it
Yeah.
was always in black and white. I don't ever remember that being in color.
I don't
In
think
the
it
movies.
was. In the movies.
In the
it was
movies,
colored,
yes,
the
but not
TV
on
show-
TV.
Yeah, the
Not
TV
on
show was always
TV.
black and white.
At
Yeah,
least,
all of it.
not that I have
the
seen.
original, I think. I don't even know.
original
there
was black
there
and
was
white.
No remake.
Then you had, and the Monsters was also black and white because they did that.
Yeah, I just said the Monsters.
Oh God, Mockingbird Lane. What is it?
13
Mockingbird Lane. I got half of it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
They were monsters. They were monsters.
Yeah.
Addams Family were just goths.
Yeah.
That's what they were.
Yeah. I didn't like Addams Family when I was younger. For some reason, I just didn't appeal to it. I just didn't do nothing. I should say it didn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
I was more of, what do you call it? Like the Munsters and I Dream of Jeannie.
I like that.
Bewitched sometimes. Gilligan's Island. But I'm talking in that genre, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Now, we were just talking about Evil Dead, right? So there's a couple interesting ones on here. It says here, the cabin is a portal to hell. Now, we all know the movie, right? So if nobody's seen this movie, they should rent the original and then watch all the other ones after that.
And it's not a horror, like, it's a cool, like, storyline. Like, it's a good
But
one.
it's still bloody.
Well, bloody
It
because
is
it's
so evil and bloody that it is disturbing.
This guy.
All right, the movie is
scare him
disturbing.
to watch it.
Okay,
Watch it.
and of course, it doesn't help to see the movie when you're on mescaline.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there.
Don't watch
Anyway,
it.
do not watch it on that.
Yeah.
By the way, this wasn't recent. This was back in the day.
Yeah.
Ash is dead the whole time. So which one we want to do? We'll do the portal first. Okay, the cabin. Another theory posed that the cabin in the woods is just a haunted or curse, but actually a gateway to hell itself.
Right.
That would explain why the deadline, the demonic entities, are so powerful there, and the cabin seems to exist in one isolated, own isolated nightmarish reality.
Yes.
Especially Evil Dead 2 and An Army of Darkness,
yes.
which I didn't like the third one so much. The second one was good because it was a spoof on the first one, pretty much.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
and then
still
the
the
third
same
one
thing,
was
and he was
way
doing
out
it
there.
all over again.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Darkness
weird.
had a chainsaw.
Yeah. No. In part 2, he had the chainsaw. In part 1, he had the chainsaw.
What was
So
it?
the first one, he had the shotgun.
Yes, that's right.
He had the shotgun.
That's right.
Yup. And then he rigged the chainsaw so that this way he could cut everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Great.
It's funny seeing him in different things too.
Yeah.
Like when he was in. That was another theory someone came up with. Like when they try to link actors, it's weird. They were trying to link him to that Ash. You know, he went in hiding and acted as the guy from Burnt Notice.
Burnt Notice. Yeah, no way. I thought about that too. You can't do that.
Connection.
Yeah,
There's always some weird.
That's a little outrageous.
Yeah.
It's a good joke, though. If you made a joke like
it's a
that, it
great
would be
joke.
funny.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's one: the time loop theory. The theory suggests that events of the Evil Dead series are caught in a time loop. All right, the cabin itself is causing Ash to relive the same series of events over and over again, which would explain why sequels seem to and the reboots are retellings of the same story with slight variations.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's crazy.
That
'Cause
would
I got to
be-
tell you, I remember those movies were just for their time, especially, and they actually got good ratings too when
It's
those movies
it's
came
a cult
out.
classic.
Yeah.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
great movie.
Very
The
cool.
most recent one they did that I saw in the theater with the people living in the apartment building, they come across the wreckage.
Yeah.
You and I saw that together.
Yeah, we saw that, bro.
Joe, that was good.
Yeah, it was
they did
another
a good
Evil
job
Dead.
on that.
Oh.
But they did a
In
different
the
story.
apartment building.
Oh,
Dude. So that one was like, whoa. I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was off the hook, man.
Yeah, yo,
That movie was sick.
Look, was great, man. Like, oh, he kept jumping. And I'm like, oh,
man.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what the?
Yeah, he kept throwing them off.
But I love it though because it's cool.
Yeah,
You know,
it
I'm
was
there
a
for
good
that.
movie.
So, but I'm like,
Yeah.
really, I can't like
Yeah.
the way they're just brutal. That's
Yeah.
what's so the Evil Dead movies. It's and the evilness of the character that they play. They're laughing at you.
Yeah.
You know, they're just there's no negotiating with this thing at all. You know what I mean? It's like this is pure fucking evil.
Yeah, I love it. I love horror flicks, man.
Great movie. So anyway, there are a bunch of other ones. Do you have one, Ken? What do you got?
So
I'll think of something else while you're working on that.
The Matrix.
Okay.
Oh,
let's
yes.
go, 'cause
Yes.
We can.
Look at.
There's a
The
lot.
Matrix.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna look it up while
So-
you're doing it.
I'm gonna do right off the bat. I'm gonna jump in with the Matrix. So, ready?
All right, let's go.
Agent Smith is Neo. Agent Smith was the one. Right. So
he wanted it back? Is that what you're saying?
So that Neo and Agent Smith are one and the same. That they're the same person.
Well, they share the same coding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that then
he said a piece of me imprinted onto you.
Exactly.
When he went inside of him.
Yeah.
And so that was in part 2.
Boom.
That was in Reloaded.
Yeah, that was in the beginning.
Yeah. So that then they were one and the same. So that Agent Smith was the original.
Right.
Because they said that there was another. There's always a one. Right. Because the one is always the person. It's just a different person.
The anomaly. It always happens.
It's always the anomaly. So that then it was when Neo. Right. So
great.
then you see
It's great, man.
So when
It's
they
awesome.
put Neo back in, Neo and Trinity back in, right?
Oh, this is a new movie you're talking
Right, but I'm saying, but that was like, so we'll fast forward a couple through the movies. But then that's when it explains and goes back to that that Smith and Neo were the same.
And he was there in that one
And
as
he
well.
was there.
But
So
he had a
it was
different
for
character.
him, and that's why he succumbed to Agent Smith, because that's when he put his hand in him and he made him just
Imprinted himself on it.
Yeah, and then changed it up.
But I was trying to. They said that had to do because Neo was plugged into the source at that point.
But that's what they're saying
So when he printed onto him, it fucked up all the source was able to go in and change the coding and
right, and that's what he did when he came out, because that's when he was part of that dude. Yeah, so that Agent Smith is the one, and he and Neo.
But he was saying what the Oracle said, though, right? When he puts his hand in his chest, doesn't he turn into the? Doesn't he say the Oracle? What doesn't he
do? What we have to do? Or something.
Right.
I didn't say what.
Yeah, right. Because he repeated what she said.
Right.
So don't forget everything that was in the Matrix.
Because
she was part of Neo.
He was the imprinted onto the Oracle.
Exactly.
When he's fighting Agent Smith in the third movie, he's fighting the copy that he imprinted onto the Oracle. So I think there's even when Agent Smith copied himself, it always left a piece of of what he copied himself from.
Because those are all programs. So every character that was in the Matrix, when they would load up into it, is a program.
Unless they're a person. Unless
they were a real person, right? Unless they were a real person. You know what I mean? Well, so that then don't forget, all the programs could turn into or could become the people. So that makes any sense? So like Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, all of them, they were real people that were in there.
Right.
And they got out.
Well,
so that then then if you were still in the Matrix, if you were still hardwired in,
right,
programs or the agents or whatever could use you. They would be coming to you.
Which is what they did through the movie.
Exactly. So then all the programs and everything that was in there.
But a fun thing about the Matrix too is I've followed a couple channels that dive into the lore and everything like that. So there was 6 versions of the Matrix.
Right.
The first version was supposed to be like because even he mentioned it. We tried making this world perfect for you, and you guys rejected it.
Yep.
The first one was supposed to be like heaven.
Yes.
And the agents were
said it was too much. It was too good.
The agents were angels.
Yep.
And that's why they call the guy who protected the Oracle, the Asian guy that did the kung fu and all that.
Yep.
They called him wingless. Like, hey, look, it's wingless because he didn't have wings anymore.
Exactly.
He had to have his wings removed when he moved. Because he was
so that was Michael, right? And that what was the archangel? I forgot in the Bible.
But
who would have been that he would have that he was the wingless one. I forgot which angel it was that had cut. Was it? I don't know if it was Lucifer that had cut his wings off and then came down.
I don't know.
And then,
it's too deep for me, man.
The second version of the Matrix was the nightmare version, and that's where there's werewolves, ghosts, Merovingian,
right, and that becomes like the Draculas and all that shit.
Probably like running the shit. Then, you know what I mean?
Right. You see freaky things. Glitches in the Matrix.
And that's what the glitches were and all that other stuff. And that's what the ghosts
she goes,
are.
whether you see ghosts, they're programs doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Remember,
that's usually why you saw this.
That's why you saw those. Yep. Morpheus was really working with the machines, so he wasn't trying to find the one just to find the one. He was trying to get the original one.
Yes.
Neo, Agent Smith. He had to get Neo to fight Agent Smith. Said then humanity will be done with. because he was really working with the machines. He was really part of the plan to get rid of all that.
All right, so that's interesting.
I got a good fan theory that I read about in the Matrix too, is that the Oracle was just another system of control.
Yes.
To like distract them all, and that like to the whole one and all that, and like it was all just a form of control to control the integral anomaly and keep him in check without him.
Right. Yeah.
So that was another fan theory.
That makes sense too, though. Yeah. So throughout the original trilogy, and this is all from Screen Rant.
Right.
So throughout the original trilogy, Morpheus is depicted as a guide and mentor to Neo, as well as the other freedom fighters aboard the hovercraft, the Nebuchadnezzar. However, while his commitment to humanity's freedom and goodness of intent is presented as a fate, there may be more to Morpheus than meets the eye, and that he was working, that he had plans for the machines. So he was just trying to set everybody up, and just let the machines take over. For everybody to just stay in the Matrix,
right?
To help, just to take care of them. Because so in the movie, for those who never saw it, humans were the battery. Because that's why
they
had
had power source. Because they got
power source.
Because they blasted the planet to shit.
Right.
Well,
that was the thing too. So that was another one. That was another one. So that the machines were the ones who had
rebuilding society.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, because that's another thing
right.
Too.
No, but the machines were the ones who blacked out the sky.
Oh,
right.
So that then this way humans wouldn't be able to grow food and anything like that.
So they went underground.
So they made them go underground.
Right.
And then when they just started to grab people and whatnot, that's when they made them, they took they impregnated them, and they did the whole thing to make the embryos and to make humans.
They were able to grow
human beings. Grow humans, exactly. And that was the whole boom, 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 boom.
But you didn't have to give birth anymore. They were able to just grow.
They were just to do it right there like that.
They figured it out.
Test tube babies. Remember that?
Exactly.
The other thing is that I don't know if it's a fan theory or people just trying to piece the clues together from the movie, but remember when the architect says, so this will be our 6th time.
Yes, right.
Proficient at it.
Yep.
And then he says, if you go through that door, they're gonna pick 10 children and women and men or whatever. So basically, the machines destroy Zion, and then they rebuild it for them,
right?
And leave them all the equipment, and then leave the 10, and then just be like, oh, those are survive, and then they're in their mind that they're like doing this the first time, but it's actually the
it's really the 6th time, and that was the whole thing, and that's why it was.
Wasn't he when he was standing there talking to? With the guy with the TVs, he's sitting there with the architect, and he's showing him how many times he already spoke to him. Mm-hmm. There was this many versions.
One, right? Yeah, because it wasn't Neo each time,
right?
And then even with that, so when they did the last one, Trinity had power. Trinity was able to do all the things that
more than
Neo could do, right? Because he lost it. So in the last one, when they put him back into the system. Right, they took them apart, like they did all kind of crazy shit to them and whatnot to try to supposedly try to figure to just try to figure out what it was to bring them back to life and whatnot. They cut them open and everything else with it, right? And then the movie. I said when I started reading some of those, I was like, oh my god, it makes so much sense.
It's pretty crazy. So hang out before we.
I love those.
They say Neo is a program. Concept. Some fans theorize that Neo is not actually human, but a program within the Matrix designed to create balance or serve as a specific purpose, such as resetting the system.
Yeah, but he's a program that's also in a human.
Wait a minute. Right. And it says support. The architect's speech we were just saying this in Matrix Reloaded. Hints at Neo being part of an ongoing cycle where the one emerges to reset the Matrix.
Right.
This could imply that Neo is part of the controlled mechanism rather than a true anomaly.
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's why
it's so cool how people figure this shit out, man.
Yeah. Well, because listen, it's like anything else. Every movie has those theories outside of what we see or what we feel. It's like anything else. It's what I got from that. You know what I mean? It's what I hear. So the way people look at Star Wars, it's biblical.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. You know, how people look at Forrest Gump, you know, that he was autistic. You know what I'm saying? There's things like that just, you're like,
Right.
oh, you know, and it's what
Interesting.
makes you feel good about watching the movie, that makes you relate. That's a good story. That's what makes a good movie. How we relate to those
absolutely.
stories. You know what I mean?
Exactly, I
So,
agree.
you know, that's what it's all about. I mean, we could all, like I said, you watching Forrest Gump was different. How I saw it is different how you saw it. We'll remember the lines, but it's just how it hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? What triggered that one thing in our head is like,
And that's almost every movie that I love.
oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
if it's not Forrest Gump, it's going to be another movie that I
Yeah.
also have on the list that I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to stop and watch.
Hell yeah. Like I watch.
Oh, you're like, Wrath Khan?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Now that was the other thing too, because you saw it as that everybody's vegan. You know, you saw it as like that's just what people are gonna be like. That's where we're gonna evolve to. And I was just sitting back watching. It's like, it's not as good as Star Wars.
Well, hey, some people feel like that. Listen,
Right, but you know what I mean.
some
It's like,
people feel like that, but Star Trek
but
was
it makes
first.
sense. Yeah, I know. Whatever.
Just
man,
saying.
Whatever. But yeah, no. But that's the funny. That's funny as hell. But yeah, but that's the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, just what it was about the movie, how you see yourself, you know, in those movies and whatnot. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
and you know,
Not even in the Star Trek ones too is different timelines,
right. Yeah.
right? Because the Spock from another timeline is in
Brought it
his.
back, and they explained that.
Yeah, and they
you know,
explained that in the movie.
They explained that in
Yeah,
the movie and
so,
whatnot. You know,
absolutely.
So yeah, but that's another one. There's so many crazy stories, theories on Star Trek. That would be
that
an
one,
episode.
that
That
one.
would be like
Yeah,
an
that's
episode all
crazy.
by itself for that.
And you definitely got to be a Trekker to
Oh,
understand
dude,
that. For
listen.
sure. Same with Star Wars too. If you don't really know that stuff, you
Right,
gotta,
you know, it falls off because man, there's just so many great stories.
Yeah.
So with that being said, everybody just turn around and go watch movies, man. Enjoy them. Some really cool
love
TV
movies.
shows. Yeah, I love flicks. Yeah, find the time, make it happen. So with that, thank you everybody for listening and watching. Love, peace, and hair grease.
live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla.